9. World Sports Action present the official Football League video, the Luton Town story, 1988-89. Luton Town are still a force in football, living alongside the big spenders in the First Division. For the second successive season, there's a proud trip to Wembley. The league's tough this time, but Luton still produce many memorable moments to enjoy. Let's now replay the Luton season. Coming in, Steve Williams, record signing from Arsenal at £300,000. And Roy Wegerle, what an impact he makes from Chelsea for £75,000. But it's a disappointing start. Just 1 point in the first 4 games against Sheffield Wednesday, Wimbledon, Southampton and Manchester United. The sequence starts at Hillsborough.
Sterling's the target, over he goes, and the referee's given a penalty. George Tyson saw that differently to those Luton defenders. So Sterling against Seeley, and the keeper saved it. Sterling's free in the middle if they can find him. There he is! Mel Sterling, 1-0.
Gibson and Wimbledon looking quite at home on the Luton plastic here, and they've got a penalty. Foster on Wise. John Fashanu with this short run up and very confident approach. Rufal Foster. Oldfield. Well, the ricochets there have favoured Luton, and that's an own goal. It's Vaughan Ryan who really couldn't get out of the way. Wilson. Oldfield had to halt his run to stay onside. Oldfield again. Rob Johnson joining in. And Kingsley Black, all alone in the centre. A rare header from him. And Donaghy doesn't make many mistakes, but that was one. And Fashanu. Foster trying to hold him up and couldn't prevent the shot though, although the angle was against John Fashanu. Having a little joke with Seeley, the match being played in a very good spirit. So Fashanu takes up his position for the corner. 17 minutes left, the scoreboard shows. Fashanu and Fairweather. 2-2. Now Rodney Wallace. And Foster struggling to deal with the danger, and Rideout's in for his 3rd goal of the season. Kevin Moore's missed it. Harford. Bailed out by the goalkeeper, Southampton then. It'll run on for Letitia. 3 waiting in the centre, Rideout is one, unlucky. Ashley Grimes takes the free kick, and would you believe it, he's laid Foster out, and Luton have given Rideout a terrific chance which he hasn't been able to take. Extraordinary episode. Cockerill. Clark. Cockerill again. Past Donaghy. Oh, and Rodney Wallace beautifully played in, and another chance goes a-begging. That's the equaliser, and I think Foster just beat Harford for the touch. Clark. The goalkeeper's lost it, Rodney Wallace!
Here's Wilson. Luton being forced back all the time. And they might get themselves into trouble here. Have done. Davenport quickly onto that. Now can he finish it? Yes! Well, all that was inevitable. Well, that's another poor ball. Picked up by Davenport. Olsen is free on the left flank. Here he is, and United with plenty forward. Brian Robson unmarked on the edge of the box. Here is Robson! 2-0.
And that start means that immediately Luton find themselves at the wrong end of the table. Only Wimbledon and Newcastle are below them. But now it's the first win. It comes at Goodison Park.
It's Danny Wilson, he's unmarked, and it took a great save by Neville Southall to stop the header going in. Cotty. Foster got a foot in, but it ran on to Sharp. Cotty and Sharp working well together as a pairing until it came to the finish. Donaghy's misjudged it. A great chance for Sharp, and he couldn't take it. Harford, they've left him. Southall beats it out, and a hand used as well by Foster. Oldfield. Luton looking to break with pace and purpose here. David Oldfield. Well, they've let Adrian Heath run here, and incredibly the linesman has kept his flag down, and Everton with the header from Cotty that hits the post and stays out. Black. Kingsley Black's away. Oldfield! Well, Luton have broken once to great purpose, and Kingsley Black set up the goal. He might get one for himself now, and Black has wrapped it up for Luton Town.
A welcome 3 points. A surprise in the Littlewoods Cup. 1-1 draw, home to Burnley. Rob Johnson gets the only goal. Stevie Foster needs 11 stitches in a head wound. In the second leg, though, victory at Turf Moor. Ricky Hill gets the vital goal. Tough couple of matches coming up in the league. It's Liverpool, and before that, Forest.
Here's Kingsley Black, who was a scorer at Everton last week and very nearly a scorer here. So it's Clough. Seeley has lost it. Foster! And again! Incredible. Hodge and Oldfield got a toe to it on the line. Rob Johnson getting back. It runs to Webb. Well, that sums up Forest luck at home. Rice. And still it won't go in.
Well, Luton have gone off at a fair old pace here, and Liverpool, who never like playing on the plastic pitch, having some trouble settling. Here's Oldfield. Confronted by Nicol, and that will be a free kick, which Williams wanted to take quickly, and Barnes won't let him. Foster ambling forward from the back. Williams with the kick. Here's Harford. Oh, good header. A typical Harford goal. And only 2 minutes gone. What a terrific start for Luton. Whelan. Here's Beardsley. He's got Aldridge in. Barnes is spare on the far side. Here is Barnes. Oh, that was a good chance, and John Barnes knows it. Houghton. Barnes, that might yet reach him. Here he is! And he's pulled another good chance wide. Beardsley. Here's John Barnes again. They're all coming his way. Oh, Rush nearly turned that in on the near post. Halford! John Barnes over the ball. Mulby, here is Barnes, a curler. And he wasn't too far wide. Ricky Hill cutting that out as Luton probe again. Here is Hill. That's an interesting cross. Oldfield!
Another Luton triumph over Merseyside. 8 points from 7 games now, Luton, and they're up to 13th place. There are 3 more league games to round off October. Home matches against Arsenal and Queen's Park Rangers. Before that, a trip to Ayresome Park.
Middlesbrough massing their forces by the near post. And Slaven has got the goal from the flick on. After 4 minutes. This is Hamilton. Ripley. Foster trying to stop the cross, and he hasn't done that. And Gary Hamilton hit the goalkeeper. Good stop, but full stretch by Pears, who had no time to see it from Harford. Foster's right in there. And Ripley pull back to help out the defenders, but not settling just for defending. And Middlesbrough with a break on here. Here's Hamilton, Slaven going ahead of him. And it's Cooper who's up in support. Colin Cooper! He doesn't get many goals, but when he does, they're often spectacular. Cooper. Good work to win the ball back for Luton by Ricky Hill. Still 2 down, still some time. And a fall there by Wegerle, and Middlesbrough are furious because a penalty has been awarded. The substitute makes an impact. Danny Wilson, 2-1, and there are still 4 minutes to go. Well, the bounce was high, but Marwood brought the ball down well, and Smith with a splendid volley. A striker really in tune with his game. It's going to be Danny Wilson who leaves it for a curler from Kingsley Black.
Well out, but the danger still not past. That's an interesting ball back in. Here's Maddox, beaten out, and again, I think it struck the keeper's legs. Maddox once again, Allen!
Steve Foster's in the wars again. He needs more stitches after an injury in the Arsenal game. Meantime, his defensive partner, the popular Mal Donaghy, is sold to Manchester United for £700,000. In the Littlewoods Cup third round, a 2-0 victory at Leeds keeps Luton on course for a return to Wembley, even though fullback Julian James is sent off. 2 away defeats follow at Millwall and Coventry. First to the Den.
Marvin Johnson with plenty of time. Too much time, he's hit it against Foster. It's fallen for Sheringham. A real opportunist goal. Cascarino. And Ian Dawes clips it back in dangerously. Johnson blocked. Darren Morgan goes down. Kevin O'Callaghan. It's 2-0 and we're only halfway through the first half. O'Callaghan bearing it this time. Here's Dawes. Ian Dawes! What a signing he's turning out to be. Luton have maintained their professionalism to the last and got a reward of a goal from Danny Wilson.
Johnson well forward. Harford waiting for the cross. There is Harford, nicely tucked down. Oh, and that'll come for Harford again. Very good stop by Steve Grizovic. You can't give Harford space like that. Downs. Oh, it's beaten Foster, and Regis is in here. Can he finish it? A very good stop by Les Seeley this time. He knows all about Highfield Road, of course. Started his career here. Burrows, here's Smith, who likes to run at players. Not this time. Roger jumping and scores. 1-0 Coventry. Graham Roger the scorer.
Just 2 points from a possible 15. Luton still very much in the danger zone. Only a couple of points clear of the bottom three. Now, a change in fortune. Luton play West Ham on the plastic. It's the best win of the season so far.
Johnson. Kingsley Black. And again. It found its way into the bottom corner. Harford looks very well balanced on this pitch, and so too does David Oldfield. And he's presented an open goal to Roy Wegerle, who was onside the goal stands. Oldfield getting the better of Dix. Here's Black. Same shot, same corner, and Kingsley Black's got his second and Luton's third. Keane. Martin. Well, West Ham must have been shaken up by the half-time talk. Oldfield, who deserves a goal, and he's not going to get one here. But Wilson might, and he has done. And that rounds it off nicely for Luton Town.
The Hammers beaten 4-1, and now it's the league leaders Norwich City, and Roy Wegerle once again makes his mark.
It's made a run towards it. Taken quite comfortably by Brian Gunn. Allen. Finding Dale Gordon. So many good things for Norwich emanate from his work down that right flank. Phelan, the captain, getting it into Fleck. Gordon on the break. Putney here! Well, right across the face of that goal from Dale Gordon. Putney was waiting at the far post. Whether in fact it took a deflection on the way in or not. And it may well be that it should be credit indeed an own goal by, I fancy, Rob Johnson. Priest could play there with Wilson. Black. Harford. Trying to get it into Oldfield. Turn Wilson now playing it to Black again. Crossed in to Mick Harford. Oh! And an acrobatic overhead by Wegerle. Norwich looking in fact for a foul on the goalkeeper, which wasn't given. That would have counted if Wegerle could have found the net with it. Instead of that, it's a goal kick. Harford leaping here, making life difficult for the goalkeeper. And there's the number 8 with the overhead kick. There was no foul, said the referee. Foster's header. Putney. This is Mark Bowen. Good ball inside for Phelan. For Fleck. Tried to shoot on the turn. Gordon might get a better chance. And a good piece of work by Seeley. Well, there's Seeley, the saviour of Luton there. Gordon onto the left foot. Putney now to Townsend. Made the break from the midfield. And not a bad cross either. Gordon. Crowded out eventually. But Bowen might turn the screw once more. Gordon shot! Superbly saved. Splendid piece of goalkeeping. A great piece of football. And an excellent shot by Gordon. But good work by Seeley. Gordon. Different sort of cross this time. Reaches Putney. Finds Townsend. Some space there. There's a good cross coming in. Met by Foster. Pressure here from Norwich. Putney playing it into Fleck. A touch by him. Marvin Johnson. Wegley looked to have lost out and fouled Fleck, who's lost his boot in the process. But the referee waved it on. Black. High towards Harford. Down for Wegley. And Luton are level. Well, Mick Harford's goals might have dried up this season, but that was a valuable header down for Wegley to put it past Brian Dunn and bring Luton Town level. And I think there's going to be a booking, is there, for Robert Fleck? The referee looked for a moment as though he was having a word with him, as we see again how Wegley beats the goalkeeper. There's Gordon with the cross, and over the top from Fleck. Fleck claims it came off Rob Johnson and should have been a corner, but the referee has given the goal kick. The slow-mo will give us a clue. Another good searching run here by Dale Gordon. And it looked a good clean header by Fleck. Harford, a nice dummy there. Stepped over and allowed Priest to come in. Good ball there by Priest, and Wegley first to react to it. Now Harvey got time to think. Gave himself too much time, and it came off Phelan. Gets it back again now. Fleck versus Johnson. Johnson gets it away. Stepped up a gear now this game. Phelan playing it in towards Allen. Foster stuck a boot out and got it away, helped on by Wilson. Priest. It's a good ball there. Wegley is onto it now for Luton Town. He may have taken it too wide. No, he hasn't. A brilliant finish there. A brilliant finish by Wegley, and Luton are in the lead. What a great ball by David Priest, though. And the Luton fans celebrate. A great ball there by Priest. Always used to be playing down the left flank, but now slotting into midfield. A superb ball. I thought, in fact, Wegley might well have taken this too wide. But a crashing finish past Brian Gunn. And Luton have overcome their desperate start where they went a goal down in 2 minutes. They're in lead. Norwich City 1, Luton Town 2. third goal of the season, and all of them in the last 7 days. Remind you, the lad born in South Africa, played his football in Florida for Tampa Bay and then at Chelsea.
55 minutes and 56 seconds. The holder of the ticket with the correct time and the correct scoring team wins £20. The ticket with the correct time, the wrong team wins £5. 55 minutes and 56 seconds.
Playing that to Fleck. Oh, for Dale Gordon! This is going to be the equaliser! 2-2! Well, he threatened to cause damage in all sorts of ways to Luton Town's defence today. Right at the start he did with a cross that was turned into his own goal by Rob Johnson, and here he is through. He goes round Les Sealey, and after that it's a formality. Gratefully received by the Norwich fans. Kept his head well there. Good finishing by Dale Gordon. And the score, Norwich City 2, Luton Town 2. And Norwich now warming up their giant striker, Robert Rosario. But here's this striker, Dale Gordon, who's brought a lot of joy to Carrow Road. Rosario waiting to come on. He's got 5 this season for Norwich. Ian Crook, the other substitute. Culverhouse. Up goes Johnson. Harvey getting it away. Culverhouse first, judging it the better. Phelan. Touched by Fleck. Townsend. Picking out Putney. Oh, good piece of goalkeeping. It's bouncing awkwardly. But Norwich certainly turning up the heat now and feeling that Les Sealey didn't get enough cover. Difficult period this for Luton, but you shouldn't discount their possibilities of breaking out. Kingsley Black, a smack on the head for Richard Harvey. Dale Gordon takes it up, stopped by Marvin Johnson. Picked up well there by Culverhouse. Calls for a good chip, Malcolm Allen. And Malcolm Allen's shot only half hit and saved comfortably enough by Sealey, who belts the ball out now so that Harvey can get some attention. Good cross in there by Culverhouse. But in the end, quite comfortable for the goalkeeper.
Luton's march to Wembley continues in the Littlewoods Cup. 3-1 victory over Manchester City, 2 more for Roy Wegerle, 5 in 3 games for him. Luton signed striker Ian Dowie from non-league Hendon for £30,000. In the next 4 games, Luton remain unbeaten. There's a good win at Derby, an absolute cracker of a goal here from Mick Harford, but the other games are all drawn. Let's start with the visit of struggling Newcastle United. Quite a contrast on the plastic at Kenilworth Road. Luton 9 goals in the last 3 matches. Newcastle haven't scored for ages. Luton playing attacking football on the plastic, and Northern Ireland international Kingsley Black denied by a fine tip over from Dave Bessant. This is Newcastle's best effort, a careful lob from Hendry. The result, though, a goalless draw, and Newcastle, would you believe it, now haven't scored for 9 hours.
At the baseball ground, Derby, a glorious return for Luton's Mick Harford, who was sent off in the 4th minute of the same fixture last season. Hill finds himself crowded out. Harford shows him how to do it. And that's the best way to beat Peter Shilton. Derby County 0, Luton 1.
Roy Wegley is a terrific finisher. Another great example of his art against the Villa. But Villa get back on terms with a really bizarre goal. There's a huge clearance from Nigel Spink, an attempted back pass from Johnson, right over Seeley and into the Luton net. And looking at it in replay, the keeper has no chance with that one. It ends all square at 1-1.
The story at White Hart Lane revolved around this push by Luton's Steve Foster on Spurs' former Luton forward Paul Walsh. Now, Terry Fenwick, Tottenham's leading scorer, was 5 out of 5 from the penalty spot. Now he's 5 out of 6. Les Seeley's save, and when the ball rolled back, Fenwick scooped it over. It finished 0-0.
Luton still very much at the wrong end of the table, 16th now on 20 points, just one above Wimbledon. Last day of 1988 now, and Luton go to Plough Lane. Sadly, it's their worst defeat of the season.
It's launched by Sagers. Foster. And now Vinnie Jones. Wow! As they say in the game, pick that one up. And Foster being troubled in the air, and that doesn't happen very often. This is Sanchez, kicked away by Seeley. Fashanu with a great leap beyond the far post. He's waiting in the middle again, but Gibson has turned it in, and the big man was the distraction that time. Scales! And Jones was involved again. Hill caught by Sanchez, and Luton still can't get it away. Jones on from Phelan. Now Fairweather, will he have another run at them? Fashanu! That's a textbook header. Everything about it absolutely right.
A bad end to the year, but what a start to 1989. Luton hit Southampton for 6.
At Luton, Southampton restored 37-year-old John Burridge to their goal after injury. Burridge, though, was beaten in the second minute when Mick Harford's header flashed past him. Southampton had conceded 4 goals against Queen's Park Rangers 2 days earlier, and they were still in defensive shock. Graham Baker's back pass intercepted by Kingsley Black, and that's 2-0 to Luton, only 7 minutes played. It stayed that way until the South African Roy Wegley sparked a 3 goals in 3 minutes spell early in the second half. Wegley sure-footed on the synthetic surface at Kenilworth Road. But with Luton still celebrating, going 3-0 in front, they let Southampton in for their only contribution to the scoreline. Rodney Wallace, the scorer. Indeed, Rodney and brother Danny were the only players exempt from criticism by manager Chris Nicholl after the game. Garbage was his description of the performance of the rest of the team. Wegley's second was well struck. 4-1 to Luton, still 35 minutes left. The 5th goal really summed up Southampton's plight. And Luton, who'd conceded 4 goals in their previous game at Wimbledon, very grateful for the chance to bounce back in such style. Ricky Hill finding the bottom corner, 5-1. It was a day when everything went in for Luton, a 6th off the chest of Harford. Southampton spiralling downwards, 8 league games now without a win.
London teams give Luton a torrid time in January. They go out of the FA Cup, beaten 3-2 at Millwall. Kingsley Black and a Danny Wilson penalty, not enough to overcome the Lions. Another London side puts Luton out of the Seamod Cup. Crystal Palace win 4-1. Ian Dowie scores his first goal for Luton in that one. And now it's Charlton's turn in the league.
Here comes Mortimer! And Charlton are in front. Mortimer again. And Williams. Hill battling to get back at him, but Charlton's still in possession. Let's aim for Crooks, who's done well and scored. Garth Crooks. Humphrey again well forward, and Charlton have got players spare. Here's Crooks again, and again, and Williams. 3-0.
Luton are held to a 1-1 draw by Southampton in the Littlewoods Cup just 2 weeks after that 6-1 thrashing. Ricky Hill gets the goal. And it's Hill who claims the winner in the replay at the Dell. The game goes to extra time. Dave Beaumont arrives from Dundee United in a £150,000 deal. And coming up now, 2 home games, Luton looking to do the double over Everton, and Nottingham Forest, who are in great form at the moment. First up, it's Everton.
Luton's usual danger man, Mick Harford, moving out to the left from his usual role down the middle. And Everton just losing concentration in the centre of their defence. And from a fine pass by David Priest, Roy Wegerle sneaking in behind Dave Watson. An excellent shot from Wegerle. Luton held on to send Everton home pointless from Kenilworth Road yet again.
Webb is free and has gone on. Here is Webb. Possibilities here for Forest, and Parker on the far post. Will it roll? Yes. Caught the keeper's legs but carried across the line anyway. Ball again awkwardly bouncing round. Nobody seemingly able to get it under control. Well, that's a good cross. Harford took a deflection, but it was goal bound the moment he met it. Nice football, and they've got Hodge in. Seeley's come to meet him, and that must surely be a penalty. Clough against Seeley, and Clough scores with the aid of the upright. Wilson over the ball. Black, 2-2. Clough and Pearce over the ball. We've seen Clough score from this sort of distance before, and Luton will be well aware of that. Here he comes, and he's done it again. Oh, it's a lovely goal from Nigel Clough.
So Luton 15th in the table, 26 points from 23 games. But there's a real dogfight building up in the relegation zone, and Luton will be in the thick of it later in the season. Now, though, time to defend the Littlewoods Cup. Their semi-final opponents are West Ham. Luton played the first leg at Upton Park, and for the live TV audience, a first opportunity to see Dave Beaumont in action. What an occasion for his debut.
West Ham in the claret and blue, attacking the goal to our right. Luton, they're in the white shirts. And what a baptism for the man on the right of the picture just going out there, David Beaumont. And first touch there for Les Seeley. Dave Beaumont cost £150,000 from Dundee United, playing as a central defender alongside Steve Foster. Ray Harford, the Luton Town manager, took the team to triumph alongside Richie Barker there, took the team to triumph against Arsenal at Wembley last season. There's Ince, who's been a real bonus for West Ham this season. Dickens winning it in the air. Brady playing it on. Rosignol. There's his shot. Just over. Well, that is West Ham cup tie form. Delightful play there. And inevitably Rosignol, the man with 8 cup tie goals to his credit, pots. That's a good ball forward. Ward looking to take advantage of it. Playing it in for Dickens again. Foster shepherding it back once more to his keeper. Harford versus Martin. And Gale back to McKnight. It's Harford, Wilson, Breaker. It's a foul by Wilson.
It looks as though West Ham are going to try and exploit the pace of Rose Senior and Ward behind the central Luton defenders.
That's just what they're doing now. Ward getting it back across there over the top.
And to that end, Dickens is going to play in the centre with Devonshire wide on the right and Brady on the left, and I'm sure they're going to try and drag the Luton fullbacks and forage by playing little balls behind them for the two strikers to pull out and get attacks going.
John Lyle was very impressed with the way the Wallace brothers of Southampton did just that against Luton in the previous round, and was so unlucky not to beat Luton. And I think he felt that maybe Ward has got that sort of pace if Devonshire and Brady can dink those little balls beyond Foster and Beaumont. There's the corner for West Ham. Priest, just about the smallest man on the field, getting the header away. Ward playing it in again. Getting in first. Potts with the header for West Ham. Kingsley Black. Grimes to Black again. It's a Luton throw. Ashley Grimes with it. Hill. I'll come for that one, he says to Harford. And he crashed into McKnight. He's had the happiest of seasons since coming down from Celtic. But no doubt Mick Harford, as they say, let him know that he was about. Again, Ince is there. Feet there from Ward, and a trip by Priest, and a free kick to West Ham. Brady to Gale. Ward on the far side, but he's offside.
Catch a team offside like that needs a lot of understanding between the two centre-backs across the back line, and Beaumont won't have anyone better to nurse him through his first game than Foster. He's a very, very good talker.
Potts with the header for West Ham. It leaves a little bit of a gap here now for Kingsley Black, who's got Wegley up ahead of him. Wegley's shot straight at the keeper. But a good, safe, solid catch. Help his confidence a little. Lead for Northern Ireland in midweek against Spain, as indeed did the man who kicked the ball to there, Danny Wilson. Harford getting it to Wegley. Hill's gone through to the middle again. Harford's in there too. In terms of territorial play, Luton at the moment having the edge. Priest again towards Harford. He went over Gale, the overhead kick saved by McKnight again. Good looking overhead kick, but not really an awful lot of power to it, and it wasn't too difficult a shot for McKnight to save, in all honesty. senior. Towards. He's turned his man well. He's gone past Ricky Hill. He's got a good right foot shot, but saved well by Seeley. A little bit of play there by Mark Ward. And Seeley gathering it well. Grimes holding out Devonshire, and the referee wanting a word with Julian Dix about something. He's got a gash, a smack in the face, and Bob Jenkins coming on just to sort it out. There's a huge swelling there. See him get a smack just now, David, did you? But obviously
I think Harford caught him, but I didn't see the incident close enough to be sure. Certainly Harford has gone into a collision with him.
Well, that's a problem for West Ham. He's done well for them down that left-back position. One of their substitutes is Gary Strodder, big central defender. But, there's no sign of Strodder warming up at the moment. The two Luton subs are keeping themselves warm. But he's a tough young man with chubby cheeks at the moment. And he wants to go on. Half an hour gone. 0-0. Dix playing it forward and out of play. And striker David Kelly will be coming on any moment now, presumably in place of Julian Dix, who one imagine would make quite a reconstruction of the West Ham side. Dix tumbles. Wegley's got a gash around the right eye there now, after that clash with Julian Dix. David?
Well, he certainly caught him there with his elbow as he went in, and the referee
may
saw
well
it
have been
through.
the boot actually right at the end there, which would have been purely accidental, but
certainly cut. At the moment, I just can't see West Ham getting their fullbacks into the game to support and to try and get extra numbers into the Luton defensive territory.
West Ham are about to make their substitution. Brady has gone off. Well, we need to find out just what that's all about. That's a real blow for West Ham. Must be feeling unwell. Martin. Reese feeding Harford. This time it's Black. Ince got in with the header there. Ward running into trouble. White shirts there now. Breaker towards Mick Harford. Harford wins it in the air. Wegley looking for Kingsley Black into the side netting. Okay.
Just a little bit more fluency about the Luton team play. West Ham seem a little bit nervous of it, and their touch isn't as good as Luton's, where I feel Priest has got hold of the game and is feeding people very well and making a neat and tidy midfield.
Gale playing it in again. Beaumont to Black. Dickens for West Ham. Potts trying to get it through to Ince, but Ricky Hill there now for Luton. Harford. Breaker, the long ball forward. Danny Wilson on the break. Dix. His header only getting to Ricky Hill. Wilson on the far side. Across there towards Harford! Well, the man who celebrates his 30th birthday with an opening goal in this semi-final. Wilson's cross. Mick Harford there with a header. And Luton in the lead stroke of half-time. David?
What a crucial time to score. It was against the smallest fella, Potts, the smallest one in the back four. McKnight came, he didn't hesitate, it wasn't that he changed his mind, and I suppose Harford has done him for it, got in front of him, and McKnight will be very sorry about that one.
Gregory. Back. Harford again, challenged at time by Martin. Rees hitting it high over the crossbar. Well, he scored a crucial goal at Southampton in the last round, Mick Harford, with his head. And there's the old head coming to Luton's assistance again with a goal that puts the visitors into the lead.
When Harford goes for crosses, he only sees the ball. Very single-minded, has no fear.
Since you were suggesting that Alan McKnight wouldn't have been particularly happy with that situation, David.
I think his starting position must have been a yard short. He must have had a chance of getting to that ball. The cross was from far enough out. It was wide enough. He had time to assess.
It's Senior's ball not reaching Ward. Grimes getting it away. In goes Potts. Kick with 3 minutes of injury time now played at the end of the first half. Half-time whistle, and a good first half indeed for Luton Town. The best for them was saved until something like the 44th minute. Harford rose to meet Danny Wilson's cross to score that crucial opening goal. West Ham 0, Luton 1. Julian Dix, we saw him take quite a knock. The start of the first half, and slightly confused at the moment, looking down the pitch. I thought for a moment they'd started, but no, they're having just a little warm-up, and now the second half's going to get underway. Luton leading by a goal to 0. And West Ham needing now to pile things forward to retrieve the situation here in this Littlewoods Cup semi-final. Devonshire, and look for the likes of him to get into strong forward positions to feed Rossignol, Kelly. So unlike West Ham, really, apart from those, Phil Parks was saying, those two fleeting chances that Rossignol had, they really have made nothing of attack. Tim Breaker's the unfortunate man down, the Luton defender. David Fleet.
Yeah, Tim, I think he caught his knee there in that challenge with Kelly. But I don't think there was any harmfulness in Kelly's challenge, and I think Danny Wilson had a quick word, and George Courtney, the referee, was very quick to say, don't interfere, leave it to me, we'll get on with the game. I'm sure he twisted his ankle.
How do you see the strategy now then, David? I mean, West Ham really have got to, at the point of taking risks at the back, try and turn this situation around now, haven't they?
Yes, I think they'll be looking to Martin at the back to show his good sense and all his experience gathered over the years. He'll have to push his full-backs on, but by the same token, they've got to be steady, they don't overexpose themselves and get caught again. But there's no question about it, they've got to be brave, they've got to push forward, and they've really got to go and have a very exciting second period. And I think they will.
Well, here's Ince certainly playing his part at the moment and gets a free kick. Well, it might be the moment for Tony Gale. He scored from that sort of range against Liverpool here. His only goal this season, in fact, from a free kick. Good curling free kick practitioner. If you want the straightforward belter goal, then Mark Ward, number 7, might be the candidate for that. So there are two possibilities that Luton wall have got to face now, and behind them Les Seeley. It's going to be Ward, but driven too high.
That was interesting there. Nigel Clough, I believe, scored with a very fine free kick last week against Luton from a position somewhere at the same range. And at the instant there, just before Mark Ward's shot, Steve Foster ran back towards the line and then came away from the line, hoping that no one would be tempted to do a chip towards the top corner. He deterred them, and in the end they had the blaster, which the wall caters for, and it rose high and wide.
Good work by Wegley. He's got to the byline, and he's an amazing break. And Wegley has made it 2. That really has stunned the West Ham crowd. Up to the byline here. Slammed the ball in. Bad goal to give away that by Alan McKnight, leaving that area between himself and the near post unguarded. And Roy Wegley, powerful shot. And Luton truly now are on their way to Wembley. Ward. Breaker got there, the foot was enough. Nice touch there by Danny Wilson. Wegley roaming up ahead of him. And on the far side, McCarthy was ready to swoop. Harford, Wegley. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. And it is. Julian Dix, well, how on earth could you expect to get away with very nearly strangling Wegley inside the penalty area?
He was very careless, born out of frustration. Things haven't gone well for them, particularly in this second half, and all sorts of things will be going through their minds. But that was so stupid, really, so stupid.
That's it. And the referee pointed to the spot. And the ball on the spot now. Danny Wilson about to make it 3-0, he hopes. That's what it is, 3-0 to Luton. So with a quarter of an hour of the game to go, it's not only this tie, you imagine that the second leg is just about sewn up as well. Danny Wilson powerfully past the goalkeeper towards Alvin Martin, but it was Mick Harford back there doing the defender's job, and it's Beaumont eventually who gets it away. He's not had a bad first game for them, David Beaumont, has he?
No, they've been more than pleased with him. He's played very steadily. As I say, Foster's been inspirational alongside him.
Devonshire putting it in towards Rossini on the far side. Oh, great save by Seeley. Well, it was little and it was late, but it very nearly brought something for West Ham. A good jump and a spectacular save by Seeley. Ward playing it in again. Again, Rossini trying to get on the far side. That time it's a goal. Great piece of work by Seeley, who's not really had an awful lot to do. Rossini climbing there, getting the header in. Oh, and over it goes.
What a great performance, an outstanding result for Luton. The second leg really a formality, and Luton back at Wembley after winning that second leg 2-0 at Kenilworth Road. Harford and Wegley get the goals. And so Luton really on a roll now. Middlesbrough at home, another 3 points.
Still Black. Maybe a shot with the right foot. Kingsley Black looking very good still in his first full season. It's Foster, and it's gone in off the headband.
But now, another slump puts Luton's First Division future in jeopardy. Perhaps the players' minds are on Wembley again. They lose the next 4 in a row.
Groves, and Luton have cracked at last. Just a matter of stoppage time now. Marwood. Oh, and they've left Smith.
Millwall already have 2 victories against Luton in the League and FA Cup this season. And looking good here for an opening goal by Carter. Jimmy Carter scores again. Luton pressing forward, looking for offside. But Cascarino's onside. And a difficult looking ball, and Carter's there again. His 6th goal in 10 games. 2-0 to Millwall. Searching ball, and as Hurlock went in with Priest, the referee saw the push and has given the penalty. Joe Worrell insistent that was a foul by Hurlock. So Danny Wilson with a chance to give Luton a lifeline.
Oh, they've got Houghton in here, and John Aldridge will score. Despite the appeals for offside, it counts. Barnes, good save. Aldridge again, 2-0. Black, here's Beaumont. Oh, he's in trouble. Beardsley's in. That's 3. No trouble for Peter Beardsley. McMahon, who can strike them from there. Oh, it's taken a nasty deflection and beaten Seeley. It'll go down as a goal for McMahon. Houghton, this is exhibition stuff now. Aldridge is in again, over he goes, and that's a penalty. Chance of the hat-trick for John Aldridge. Comfortably done, 5-0.
Foster. Oh, what a mistake. And what a shot from David Hurst. Harford want to get him forward, but this time it's Kingsley Black stretching away. Chance for the equaliser now. Desperately close for Luton.
Not surprisingly, that's the worst spell of the season, 4 defeats in a row. Luton just 1 point now off the bottom 3. Transfer news, David Oldfield goes to Manchester City for £600,000. Raphael Mead signs from Dundee United for £250,000. Richard Cook comes in from Bournemouth for £125,000. And Kenilworth Road is sold to the council for £3,250,000. Luton will stay there for 7 years. But the worrying slide towards the second division continues. There are 3 more defeats against Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa. First, though, a draw at QPR.
Ricky Hill. Forward by Breaker. McDonough. Hill with some space. Oh, lovely finish. Ricky Hill. Set up for him by Darren McDonough, and Hill's finish was clinical. Reed over the ball. Clark is poised. Here is Colin Clark. Oh, he's done it again! Colin Clark from the free kick, 2 in 2 games.
Luton really struggling to get the ball away. Robson going in. Beardsmore getting the first crack to take over from Gordon Strachan. Here's Hughes. And Milne! Manchester United are off to a flyer. McClare, and it's Clayton Blackmore making the run, and a useful one too. He's squeezed in the second. Priest with the Luton corner. And Foster got free. A foul throw to me. David Howells battling for this one and getting his reward. Mabbott hit the post. Walsh. Broken up by Fenwick. Gascoigne. He's got players right and left. Gascoigne doesn't need them. Can he finish it now? He can! A fantastic goal by Paul Gascoigne. And Chris Waddle gives it the stamp of approval.
McAnally looking for Daly and finding him. That's a good ball. Faced by Breaker. Oh, he's round him too comfortably and scores! That's a marvellous goal by Daly. Black. Hit Price. Here's Grimes. Hill. Oh, it's taken a nasty hop and in. 1-1. Callaghan again with far too much space. The substitute only arriving. 2-1 to Villa.
And that puts Luton in the relegation places, just 1 point from a possible 24 in the bottom three. The league form in '89 has been desperately disappointing, only 3 wins in 13 games. Now they return to Wembley as Littlewood's cup holders. They've gone 16 without defeat in this competition. Will they find inspiration against Nottingham Forest?
Sutton going and using his fist to get it away. Gaynor helped it away once again. Grimes driving it in. Fine save. Ashley Grimes hasn't scored at all this season, but that was so close to giving Luton the start they wanted. And fine work by Steve Sutton in the Forest goal. Laws. Gaynor away on the right. Playing inside to Neil Webb. Foster going in, he's lost the challenge though. Nigel Clough playing in there for Chapman! No, the flag is up. An offside. And the goal is ruled out. The first bit of menace really that Forest have shown, the first time they've really put an act together, coming forwards. Ooh. Breaker. Clough winning that challenge against Priest, bringing Neil Webb into it. Now Kingsley back. Young player of great potential, now a Northern Ireland international, trying to get Ricky Hill through! And the angle was just too sharp. That looked to be a glorious opportunity opening up for Luton Town. After some excellent work by Kingsley Black, and again a slip by Terry Wilson, not having his best game of the season by a long way, and suddenly the angle became more and more impossible until the end. It's a goal kick. Tim Breaker's throw. Roy Wentley. Crease in for Black. Onto the left foot. Came off Terry Wilson. It'll be a corner. Steve Sutton couldn't quite keep it in play. Aiming, I think, to the linesman that he had, but certainly from this position it looked as though it had just crossed the line. Well, it provides Luton with a corner. Up comes Steve Foster. Roy Wegley at the near post, somewhere lurking, yes, at the edge of the box is the powerful figure of Mick Harford. Ricky Hill just behind him. There's the corner. Aim for the head of Harford. Danny Wilson now, turning a good cross back in there again. And it's a goal there for Harford. Sutton just got his hand to it, but couldn't stop it going into the net for Luton Town. And the big man who saves important goals for important cup ties. 2 in the semi-finals and he hasn't scored since. And although Sutton got an arm to it, Harford's header goes home. And Luton Town, the underdogs, go into the lead. Walker now for Forest. Mick Harford a 9-1 shot for scoring the first goal. Pearce taking it from Parker. Foster there for Luton. Cross is a good one. And save there by Beaumont. Webb was right in there, and well, Chapman was kicking lumps out of the goalkeeper there. Webb desperately trying to stop and doing a mediator's job there, because Seeley wanted to have a go at Chapman, and he was hauled back by the Nottingham Forest number 8. And I think the Luton goalkeeper really incensed there by the treatment of him as he was lying on the floor there, I think probably from Lee Chapman. Neil Webb trying to get it in there, and a bit of boot going in there from Lee Chapman, and Seeley very unhappy indeed about it. And in fact, Chapman now being spoken to by the referee, and will get a yellow card. Wilson turning well and beating Pearce. Wegley, very active and always available. Bit of space here now again for Danny Wilson. A little chip by him, and Wegley's gone in after it. Wilson was there. Oh, and Harford! And in the end, it's Laws who got it away almost off the line. Terry Wilson again, not quite sure where he was, and missed his footing after a good thrust in the first place by Wegley, and suddenly Harford was in there. For a moment, it appeared the goal was at his mercy again. Well, let's have a look at the corner, and then maybe we'll have a look at that moment when we've seen what happens here. Different sort of corner, and not a very profitable one there by Ricky Hill. Here's Clough. That's a good ball. Now Webb. And Chapman's away beyond the last man if he can time his pass. Gaynor's here too, but Luton are getting back in strength. And Forest missed a good opportunity there. One of their players is down injured on the far side. Terry Wilson taking it up though. Neil Webb, a turn by him. Lee Chapman, just over. Nigel Clough is injured. Well, openings at both ends there, David.
Yeah, the game's certainly up the gear. I must say I was most impressed with Wegley's contribution in that move of Luton's, where Laws just saved Forest's bacon.
That was the Chapman shot, and then the other end of the one you were just talking about, Danny Wilson with the cross.
Yeah, Wegley made an excellent run after being involved in the build-up, and then as it deceived Wilson, it looked as though Harford was a certainty.
And Brian Laws getting in and doing the necessary. Webb. Webb again. Maybe at half-time, Mr. Clough suggested he should impose himself a little more on the game. He's certainly got the skills, and here's Hodge. That's going to be a penalty. Seeley brings him down, and Forest gets a reprieve from the penalty spot. Nigel Clough will take it. He, in fact, scored from the spot against Luton in February against Les Seeley.
I can't help feeling that Seeley will be disappointed with that.
Well, let's just see whether he'll be disappointed with this as well. It's 1-1. There'll be a father sitting on the bench for Nottingham Forest who'll be greatly relieved by that. So the red and white flags have come out, and the banners with them. The inflatables too, and Forest are back in business. It's Neil Webb getting it away for Forest. Back. Stopped by Clough. Won by him. Chapman now to Gaynor. Plenty of red shirts forward, and Neil Webb is further forward than any of them. There's Webb. A brilliant goal for Forest, and that's 2-1. Things to say to Tommy Gaynor, because he passed out to him so often and Tommy hadn't been able to gather the ball. That was a superlative ball in by Gaynor, and good quick thinking and clever skills from Neil Webb.
It was a superb ball. Gaynor's kept the shape all afternoon. He's found difficulty getting past Grimes, but he's kept the shape, and whilst he's been out there, there's always a chance of that ball. But I did feel it was a very close decision there, and they've got the benefit of the linesman's flag.
Touch, and a good touch there by Harford. Priest tried to get that in behind the fullback. The flag in any case was up. The referee has allowed the game to go on with Nottingham in possession, and here's Tommy Gaynor. Chapman again made a good break for him, getting towards that 6-yard box. There's Nigel Clough again. It's another one. Well, he's been Forest's top scorer for the last 3 seasons. He's top scorer again now. He's added 2 to his 17 that he's scored already this season. He's on 19. Sliding that in wide of Seeley, just inside the far post. And Forest now leading 3-1 with some valuable breathing space.
No holding Forest in that second half. Luton hand over the Littlewoods Cup at last. But now First Division security is the only objective. There's a trip to another struggling side, Newcastle, after Coventry at Kenilworth Road.
Now what can they do from the corner? Is Dreyer! Yes, they've broken through at last. Dreyer the scorer. Hill. Sedgley, that's interesting. Oh, it's run for Regis. And Coventry are back on terms. Deflected in off Foster, but Regis will claim it. That's a good ball. The danger's still not over. Here's Wilson. Beat Smith too comfortably. Was that handball? Yes, says the referee. Wilson from the spot. Oh, he saved it. Wilson again. 2-1. Downs with the free kick. Foster didn't get there, Smith did, and Luton are committing suicide here. That's another gift.
Breaker. And Wilson in behind Sansom. And Gary Kelly still feeling the effects of that early injury. Kingsley Black into the outside of the goal. Hendry used his strength well. This is Sweeney. It's Michael O'Neill through the centre. And the player who couldn't miss in front of goal at the end of last season is having a harrowing time this season. Christensen. And David Priest will get there before Hendry, but the back pass is a short one and Chamberlain came to the rescue for Luton. A match that Newcastle feel they have to win and that Luton dare not lose. Mirandinha. They've survived again.
Luton living very dangerously, but 3 of the last 4 games are at home, and that could be absolutely crucial. Now, Luton must put goals past Peter Shilton and Derby County.
Luton got off to the best possible start. A penalty in the first minute. Luton plainly in the mood for the scrap ahead. David Priest storming into the box, stopped in his tracks by Peter Shilton, who didn't really have too many reasons for complaint. Danny Wilson was handed the responsibility of the kick, and he scored with some ease. Well, that should have settled the nerves, but Luton let an anxious hour pass before they increased their lead. Mick Harford, who hasn't scored as many times as he would have liked this season, made that one count, a typical leap and header, but Peter Shilton not too pleased with his role. The afternoon for him going from bad to worse. Derby's best chance fell to their £1 million Welsh international striker Dean Saunders. A lovely strike on the run, matched by an excellent recovery from Luton's young keeper Alec Chamberlain. Derby's suicidal defensive tendencies continued to be the one consistent thread. Geraint Williams gift-wrapping a chance for Kingsley Black, who snapped it up. 3-0. That wasn't the end of it, though. The match finished as it started when Luton were awarded another penalty. Michael Forsyth is adjudged to have brought down Roy Wegerle. Derby's furious protests about the decision, led by skipper Mark Wright, which inevitably led to Wright being shown the red card. The futility of that underlined when Shilton saved Harford's penalty. The keeper kept out of trouble by Williams.
Charlton have made several changes for this game to try and get a side to halt a run of dreadful results on artificial surfaces. Priest with the throw. And now with the cross, and a deep 1-2 towards Harford, who's won it! Danny Wilson! with the vital first goal for Luton. Just 11 minutes gone. Priest with the cross, Harford with a superb header across goal, and Wilson knocked it into goal. Well, Luton hardly looking like a side which is fighting against relegation. They settle to their task very quickly. You cannot say the same for Charlton. Harford, and Boulder just got there. Well, Mick Harford is winning everything at the moment. Kingsley Black to take the corner. Priest, Harford flicked it on and very nearly in. And Boulder working overtime at the moment. It was just an instinctive flick from Harford at a shot that was going wide from Priest. Foster hitting it long to try and keep the pressure on. And Harford, wherever he goes, Charlton's defenders seem to melt away from him. Colin Walsh, an own goal! That's heartbreaking for him. He's not started a league game since the opening day of the season. What a terrible way to return an own goal. Priest, he's got the better of Humphrey. And Luton really on the rampage now. Wilson. Blocked by Reed. Back from Breaker. Caton, a little nudge on Harford that time. The flag has stayed down. Danny Wilson has got his second. It's turning out to be a nightmarish first half here at Kenilworth Road for Charlton Athletic. 3-0 they trail, 2 of them to Wilson now. Hill. I wonder whether Charlton will change their personnel at half-time. The plan here certainly hasn't worked out. And they're dropping deep into trouble again, and Harford has tortured them and collected his due reward. In the final seconds of the first half, 4-0, Mick Harford. Williams and Jones, the 2 substitutes, working hard to try and inspire Charlton going forward. And they have a corner. 20 minutes left, but a very long haul ahead of Charlton if they're going to salvage anything here. Mackenzie with the corner. Jones, right on the line. A little consolation, but not much. Andy Jones, who's been away playing in the 3rd division on loan with his former club Port Vale. Cook. It's a teasing run. Is it going to be another goal for Luton? It is, from Roy Wegerle. Well, the Charlton substitutes have done quite well since they came on, but Richard Cook, following their example, playing a major role in the goal which will settle any lingering Luton nerves. Well, they're looking for Jones in the air again, and they found him. And if Charlton can draw anything from this defeat, and defeat it's certain to be, it's that Andy Jones may still have a part to play in their battles ahead. 5-2.
A win double. Relieved, Luton are out of the bottom 3. But now it's the last away game of the season. West Ham are walking the relegation precipice as well.
Foster's under that. And Breaker. It's all a bit untidy, this. Keane. Oh, Dickens is on a run, and he's in. Can he finish it? Oh, that's a really good goal. Quality football from West Ham. Dreyer well forward. Hills on the far side. There he is. Harford couldn't get the touch he was looking for. Ince. Rosinia's gone on. Here he is. Oh, that's a very good save from Alex Chamberlain. Well, it's mostly all West Ham. Good deal of tension about the game. It's important to both sides. Ince again. Here's Keane. Slater. He's found the byline. Got the better of Foster. Dickens! So close. Dickens, and Slater's onto that. And he's pulled that one wide. Keane. Slater. Keane takes the return. Here's Slater again. Ward hit the keeper, who didn't know too much about it.
What a nail-biting finish. The last match is home to the High Flyers Norwich. Luton must win, but even that might not be enough.
Harford, good jump. Wegley pushed in the back by Putney. A clear penalty for Luton. Great responsibility resting here with Danny Wilson. And he's put it wide. So what will that mean at the end of the day? Harford. Here's Black. Luton raising the tempo again. Pushed away by Gunn. And the referee has pointed to the penalty spot again, although I'm not sure what for. Wilson this time. From sinner to saviour, perhaps.
And the other results go Luton's way. Ray Harford's men stay up pretty comfortably in the end, finishing 16th, 41 points from the 38 matches, 10 victories, 42 goals scored. Let's take a check on those scorers. Danny Wilson with 12, including 4 penalties. Roy Wegley got 12 as well. Good contribution from him. Kingsley Black with 9. And Mick Harford, only 11 for Mick, but an absolutely spectacular one against the great Peter Shilton. Our best of the season.